More people die of hunger than war. More people die of hunger than war, malaria, HIV, traffic accidents combined. It's a big issue. It's not, it's something small, and I think there needs to be a lot more action focused in this area.
This Let's Can Hunger project is about social entrepreneurship, about helping meet people's physical needs, which is something I'm very passionate about, is feeding people, giving them water, clothing them, all the things that Jesus asked us to do in the Gospels.
Let's Can Hunger this year had 4 different stages that we went through. We first came to the Samaritan Center and we reorganized their inventory. We wanted to make sure that the food they needed to use first was in the front, made sure everything was rotated, and found a new way for them to rotate the inventory that would be more effective. Secondly, we taught some classes to the Samaritan Center clients for free that gave them the information they needed to get out of the hunger cycle, to break it, to find ways to find food cheaper so that they can become dependent and on their own feet, able to support themselves. Once we did that, we also created a packet for the clients who were not able to come to the Samaritan Center classes. We created this packet that could be put in the food boxes and sent out to the people so they could have kind of the classes at their home, but they could just read the information themselves, but still get the same things that will help them get out of the cycle. The last thing we did, which is probably the biggest part of the project, is we raised over 5,000 cans, pounds, and dollars for the Samaritan Center to feed the immediate hunger needs of the people.
The students collected through a series of food drives that they coordinated throughout the community. They brought in more than 2,300 cans into our pantry, and then we use those to fill the monthly food boxes that we do. Each month we fill food boxes for local families in the community, so the food they brought into us was immediately handed out to families in need.
I'm really passionate about Let's Can Hunger because I've been there. When I was a little girl, around the age of 3 and 4, my father left home. And when he left, he basically left us with a whole bunch of expenses but no income. And it was really hard for my mother and I. She didn't want to tell the family because that would be really embarrassing. She didn't want them to know my dad had left. So she pretended like we were fine and everything was okay. However, the pantry was getting empty, the bills weren't getting paid, and after a couple months we were out of electricity, we were out of food, and we were living off Taco Bell. And it was just a place that I would never want to go to again, and I can't imagine having to be in that way for very long at all. Thankfully, my mom was able to find a job, and we got back on our feet, and we've been fine ever since. But for those people who have had something happen to them that lasts longer than a few months, I would not want them to have that experience.
The hunger cycle is like a circle. Like, you give them food, they eat it, they're hungry again. But if you can teach them, if you can educate people on any issue, if you can educate them, like, that education is what changes the world.
Let's Can Hunger.
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 Let's Can Hunger.